I'm excited to lose all the subs.
Oh, and now is the most interesting time for me. It's because it's a controversial video is out. I am gonna try to find a nice way to say this, but I like stirring up a discussion that people can go on either side of. For those of you who don't know, my video on Linus Tech Tips is kind of doing very well for an average tech video, and it's not because it's very popular, it's because it's very controversial. And I don't see dislikes so much as hate, I see it more as disagree. And I'm glad that we're getting to a point where people aren't worried about video resolutions or audio or color temperature. We finally get to put all that to the side and actually have a discussion about things that both sides of the argument are passionate about. So whether you agree with me or not, I still think it's very fascinating that we can have that type of talk, as long as hopefully it remains civil. So far, it still hasn't affected the sub count. We haven't lost hundreds of subscribers. In fact, we've gained a few as the video's gone up. Some people in the comments were saying things like, you're just jealous that Linus can get advertisers or sponsors for his videos that I can't. Full disclosure, I am offered sponsorships all the time. Just about every day I get 4 to 5 emails from different companies that are trying to get me to say something at the beginning and end of every tech video. I personally hate that when YouTubers do it. Now, I'm not saying it could never possibly happen here, because maybe things could get really, really bad at Tailosive and then we'd have no other choice. But at the end of the day, I unsubscribe from a lot of channels that are like 20% ad reads, especially ones like Linus that I can't really get into because the video is 7 minutes, but out of the 7 minutes, about 90 seconds to 2 minutes of it are ad reads. And at that point, it's just like, I clicked on this video for a topic and it seems like I have to wait another minute before that topic begins, and I have YouTube Red, so that doesn't even consider the fact that there are fans out there who don't have YouTube Red. They have to sit through an ad before the video and during the video. That's just gross, and I'm gonna try to avoid that if at all possible. We are looking at sponsors for the Tech Podcast. Now, to me, that makes sense because there are no ads that play on Apple's podcast app in the first place. And a podcast is an hour long, 30 seconds to 60 seconds out of an hour to 2 hour long podcasts. That's not a high percentage of the content. But when it's a 7-minute video and it starts off with an ad read and it ends with an ad read, that's when I get bored and that's when I feel like I have to sit through a bunch of crap. So I don't think it fits naturally into content. I feel like we demonstrated in that video, it doesn't flow with the point of the video at all. It's, you clicked on this video to talk about this topic, but before that topic, allow us to now talk about something completely else. It feels robotic, and I feel like that genuine side of YouTube isn't present when we do that. So I just hope people understand that I'm not jealous of people that get ad reads. I could do them. I could at any moment just decide, you know what, I want more money. Time to start reading ads at the beginning and end of every video, but I'm gonna try my best to keep making content that I want to see. And personally, I think the ads that play before YouTube videos are bad enough. They're a necessary evil, but if you have YouTube Red, you really shouldn't have to put up with ads. And when there's in-video sponsors, you still have to, even though you're paying YouTube to not show ads. But yeah, still very exciting time. I love seeing this discussion. I love seeing people be decisive about things and being passionate about different subjects. That's one of the reasons I love being a tech YouTuber. So, now that we've made fun of Linus for having sponsors in his video, let's talk about RavPower. This is technically not a sponsorship. We are not getting paid to say anything about RavPower. This is literally RavPower sending us something, hoping we like it, and here's our feedback. And not overly surprised. See, the difference here, guys, is if it was a sponsorship, I would have to tell you to buy this. It is kind of cool that it's a dual coil, and this one is a stand, but by the looks of it, it doesn't really look like you can change it to lay flat, which is something I really liked about my Basus Qi charger. It does have 2 coils, which means that it works in landscape or portrait mode. This does the same thing, and it is propped up, so it's good at doing that, but I guess it's at a slightly more upper angle than this one. It's built fairly sturdy. The rubber grip at the bottom holds onto your phone pretty well. However, what I don't like about this is it uses micro USB. Not my favorite port. I prefer the Basus one still because it lays flat and has USB-C, and to me that supports my tech environment just a little bit more. Though I believe because it says output 10 watt max, does that mean this supports fast wireless charging? I see. That's the advantage for some reason to use an inferior port with micro USB is this supports that faster wireless charging method that I guess the Basus one doesn't have. But if this is supposed to be like a desktop stand, then aren't you supposed to just kind of leave it there while you're working? In which case, does it matter if it charges faster or not? I don't know. I'm really just supposed to tell you that there are options now, but I am by no means required to tell you that I recommend it. I personally prefer the Basus one because it provides you with more options and it works with USB-C. This one supports fast charging, but does not lay flat and uses micro USB. Now they also included a different wireless charger, the RAV Power Hyper Air, which is a mobile Qi charger. So it has a battery bank in it, but those of you remember, I talked about something that did that beforehand, and I actually prefer this one. They did not send this to me at all. I am not paid to say this. I had to pay full price for this, just like a customer, but it's made by Zanv, which is kind of weird, but what I like about this one is it can charge itself wirelessly as well as give off a wireless charge. This one does not do that. You have to charge it via the ports on the side, which again is micro USB. This one is USB-C right there on the side, which I prefer. However, the slight advantage you have with the Hyper Air is a larger battery bank. So if you want it to charge longer, I guess this is better. But again, the advantage to the RAV Power one is it has that fast charging. So maybe if you're on the go and you need to charge the phone really, really quickly, then in that case, maybe this one is better. But once again, what's really cool, maybe some new subscribers don't know about this charger, it has a coil on the back too, which means that if I drop this on a Qi charger, it'll start charging all on its own without having to be plugged into anything. Whereas this cannot do that. I wish it could. So thank you to RAV Power for sending us these things, but if we're going portless, let's go full on portless, okay? Let's not just go half of the way there and then have to charge the battery bank itself. That's the only way I see it. And now it's time to make our super stupid Vine thing with the 6 Plus going down, and we figured since everyone saw the real thing on our Twitter, we'll show you what it looks like in normal motion because thankfully Wyatt is going to catch the phones as I drop them. This is what it looks like in normal motion for both phones. We're on date day again. It's cloudy, so we figured we'd get a walk in before the rain sets in, which is, I don't know, isn't it inevitable at this point?
Yes, it is looming over us.
Look at these clouds. These are not encouraging for good weather. You can already see the rain coming in from down there, but it does make for a pretty cool scene over this river.
Mm-hmm. And he says rain is bad weather.
Rain's good.
You can dance in it.
Of course. We're getting intentionally caught in the rain. We're like, rain, catch us, please. So much darkness. The rain's getting closer.
Look, you can see the rain going down over there.
Oh yeah, look at the drops. Slowly but surely. That's cool.
Instead of rays of sunshine, it's rays of darkness.
Rays of darkness, exactly. Whoa!
I told you.
That's so cool. Here it comes. We got lightning in a vlog. Ah, finally.
Let's go chase the storm.
Okay.
Hey guys, welcome to Orville.
Live focus mode. Now attempting to work in landscape. This is kind of cool. This is the future of vlogs.
Is it?
Blurred background.
Look, my hair is blurred. My baby hairs.
That's where the red 8 Plus box goes. Red 8, red 7. Red 8, red 7. Too similar, just too similar. Can you imagine how cool it would have been if it was that box but with like black all around instead of white? Or just solid red to match up with, you know, blush gold, blush box. Anyway, that's just in response to the last vlog where I was mad about that. It's there now. Still got the box, still happy about that. But anywho, glad to be back at it again. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I hope you all have an excellent day. Take care.